Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here today with my May monthly recap for you. These are the things that I made in May, as well as I'm going to go ahead and show you the items that I used up in May. Since I've been doing so many haul videos here recently, excuse me, I haven't really had one where I can show you like everything that I've used. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that here as well. Okay, so let me show you let's start here. So these are not really like big craft projects or anything, but I did use some of my scrapbooking supplies, so I wanted to go ahead and show you these. So they sold these at Target a while ago. They were in their dollar spot. I think they were supposed to be $1 or $3 each. I can't remember, but I ended up getting them for 50 cents. Actually, I think they were $3 each, and then I ended up getting them for 50 cents. So what I did, Caitlin has 2 teachers. And so this one says, teachers plant the seeds of knowledge that last a lifetime. And this one says, it takes a big heart to help shape little minds. And they're just little wood plaques. And so I'm going to give them these, and then I'm also going to give them a gift card. But I went ahead and just wrote a little note for each of them on the back. And then those are just using some Project Life cards. So I made those. Didn't make them, but I used supplies to make them, so I wanted to share those with you. And then these are the items that I used up. Now I have a few things that I have used up, but they're part of my Kit Day Thursday videos, so I'm not going to share those with you here. Those are going to be when I actually do a kit, like kill a kit video for that kit. So these are the things that I used up, kind of some basic stuff. I used up a spool of thread. I just used the Gutermann's, I think that's how you say it, Gutermann's, white thread color 20 or 20. So I used up one of those, used up a roll of that glitter washi tape that I've been loving so much. I used up a spool of ribbon. It was just a white one. I used up a red line sticky tape, 2 regular tape runners, and then this Zig writer. It's a waterproof, fade-proof, non-bleeding, pure black pen from Zig Memory Systems. It's called their Millennium Pen in 05. It's a pigment ink, acid-free, archival quality, light fast, waterproof, fade-proof, and non-bleeding. Well, it's dried out now, and I used to use it a lot, so it's dried out now, so I'm going to toss that. And then, of course, these 2. So, not actually a lot of supplies, I guess a lot of scrapbooking supplies, but a lot of just additional supplies that'll go in the trash. And I was looking at it the other day. I'm going to try to start incorporating ribbon a little bit more, because I think I could use like 5 spools of ribbon a month up and still have ribbon for about 5 years. So it's quite excessive. It's a full basket, a full drawer in my organization system. And then I have excess ribbon in other areas that just won't fit in those. So I've really got to start using ribbon. So you might start seeing a lot more ribbon in these used up things. So I'm going to throw all this away. And let me show you what I made. So these are the pages that I made. If you remember, I took off the first couple weeks of the month, so this is only really 2 weeks worth of layouts. But I've been doing a lot of scrapbooking here recently. I even have videos already ready almost through the end of June that I just haven't had time to edit and all of that yet. I've been just kind of on a scrapbooking kick, which is always a good thing. So when it's there, I roll with it. So this is one of the layouts I did for the holiday. No, it's not. This is a fall layout, but I use this for my Kit Day Thursday video. This one's called Pumpkins in a Hayride, and I just love the simplicity of this, but I really like the journaling on the vellum as well. I might try to pick up some more vellum today, actually. See if there's other colors. There's a paper supply store that I go to. I get some things from my Etsy shop on, and they sell these really thick pieces of vellum. I want to say they're like 100-pound vellum. But they're obviously vellum. You can still see through it, but they sell them in all different colors. So I might pick up another pack. I was thinking about a gray or a silver. So we'll see about that. But there's that one. There is this title page for 2015. Just a very simple pocket page. It was one of the first ones I did when I came back from my vacation. And it's kind of nice to do something like this where it's a filler page and you don't have to think quite so much. It's more just decorative. This is one that I did. Now this one I did for the summer holiday challenge, and I pulled out some of my Christmas supplies here and documented the Christmas parade. And these supplies are just random supplies. I keep a box of all my Christmas supplies together. A lot of these, there's some October afternoon. There's some Echo Park. There is, let's see, this is a 6x6 paper pad. So is this one. There's some rub-ons. I have 2 metal embellishments. This is just a metal little embellishment, and then this is a clip up here, and then I use my homemade enamel dots. Now all of these do have process videos, so feel free to go back and check those out. This is another one that I did for my summer holiday challenge. This was a Halloween themed one, and this is really more of an insert. It's like a 6, let's see, it's like a 7.5, no, 6.5 6.5 by 12 inch insert. Is it 7 or 6? I think it's 6.5. Yes, helps if I can count. But this is the front side, and then this is the back side. So when you're in my album, it'll flip like this. But I had a story that I wanted to tell about some of the photos that were in accompanying pages that just, I didn't have enough space to do the journaling. So I wanted to do my full journaling. And then I just decorated this, and it just says, "Our little spook. You were so scared." And it talks about going into a haunted house. So I kind of put some little houses down here, and then the back side. And that will be intermixed right in my album, kind of in between some pages that talk about, or that show photos of that Halloween celebration that we went to. This is another one using that Kit Day Thursday Firefly kit that I've been using. This was a field trip that we went with Kaylin's school. I love the colors of these photos. I have obviously a lot of photos. There's a photo in every single pocket. But they're outside. There's a lot of yellow and green and orange because we're on a farm. He's in a corn pit here. We're on a hayride. We're in the, he's sliding down like a, what do you call that? Like a pipe, plastic pipe, that was stacked up on some hay bales. And then he's like behind a little wooden cutout piece here of a truck. And then we're in the field actually picking our pumpkins here. So there's a lot of that yellow and greens and, oranges, and so the kit worked really well because it had golds and silvers, yellows, and blacks pretty much. So it fit really well with those. I really like that layout. This is one that I did just with my stash kit that I've been working with. This is called Family Night. And oh, if you remember my whole thing about whether I should replace the background, I did. So this is the one that had the bold black and white text in the background. And I really liked it, but every time I looked at it, I just kept getting really distracted by the background paper. And it was just where this white is. So what I did is I went ahead and I took the, you could actually see it a little bit here on the edge. So I just literally cut around where this teal piece of paper was. I lifted up my doilies and I cut them, and I just transplanted this whole section to a piece of white cardstock. So originally, this piece was stitched to the background paper, but since I didn't like the background paper, I just cut it apart and then just glued it down. And same thing, I just moved my little clusters over here too. So I actually like this a lot better. I just think it's a little bit cleaner looking, and you actually can focus on the photo a little bit better than the background. So I'm much happier with that. Not that I hated the other one, it just kept distracting me, and I felt like that was kind of defeating the purpose. All right, this is another one that I did for my summer holiday challenge, and this is a Christmas layout using Christmas supplies. Though not much of it's really themed, this is really the only thing that's truly themed. Now, all of this did either come from my LA Studio supplies or my Christmas supplies, but this branding strip says fa la 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 la. That's really the only thing that's incredibly themed. Everything else is really just colored wise. This actually came from a Valentine 6x6 pad, the XO paper here. And then everything else was just, of course from my stash. It was all from my Christmas stash or my LA Studio, the rest of my stash as well. But I have this red polka dot paper as a border on the top and on the left, and then the rest of it's decorated. And then this is actually the back side of that, because this is going to go on my album and there's not another page to go on the back side. So I'm either going to put this, I just like this paper, I'm either going to put that as the back side or this, but I think I'm going to go with the scene. I just kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool looking. So it's just going to be that as the back side. I just put out a decorative piece of paper while I was in my stash. because I knew I didn't have an odd number of pages for that month. Once I had done that photo, it's one that I had forgotten about whenever I was doing my regular scrapbooking. So then I had an odd number of layouts, so I just had to put something on the back. And then this is the last layout that I have done for the month. This is, again, this is the last layout that I did for my summer holiday challenge, and this is my favorite one. This is called Oh Giant Christmas Tree, and this is just a picture of Kaylin and I outside at an outdoor mall here in Raleigh, and it's just the giant Christmas tree that's there, and we took a picture. But as you can see, hopefully, I did a bunch of stitching on the background, kind of creating these little stars, and then I have a lot of little wood veneer that are also scattered. Hope you can see that, but I just really like the softness, and this again was using my Christmas supplies. As you can see, this is actually an October afternoon paper, but I used the wood grain side just to kind of give it a little bit more of a neutral background. And then I pulled these from my Ellie Studio stash. But I've got a stamp that says Holiday Cheer. This one says So Bright, Merry and Bright, This Moment. I just really like this one. This is, again, by far my favorite one. And that's where I used up that last tiny little bit of washi tape, that silver glitter washi tape that I was talking about. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count this as 1. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8 layouts in 2 weeks. So usually I do a little bit more. And then of course my 2 little projects, very simple, not really craft projects per se, but again, I did use some craft supplies for those. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back soon. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.